Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got an interesting report you're going to want to hear about. Well, the Antifa thugs and the Antifa style thugs, those on the left, those pushing the globalist agenda, are rearing their ugly head, and I fear they're not going to go away unless we take action. I'm going to have an action movement at the very end of this video, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, they are organizing yet again, holding conferences and organizing more protest, or better word for that, I would say attack rallies, all across the country. No joke. I'm going to throw up on the screen a flyer that went viral there with this organization, but it says the nightmare must end. The Trump-Pence regime must go, because they push America and they don't want an America agenda, obviously. But regional conferences, they're saying, are going to be held in New York, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, and Austin. And then it goes on to say, come get organized on the 4th of November and continue night after night and day after day until they reach the hundreds of thousands, until their demand is met. What's their demand? The nightmare must end. The Trump-Pence regime must go. But in the bottom of it, it goes and says the following, like, what are some of the nightmares that they're claiming is so wrong with Donald Trump and Mike Pence? Well, I find some of it's just straight out of the communist style, leftist style playbook, which is just absurd. But the nightmares: immigrants live in terror, because Trump's going to build a wall. And so all of a sudden, all immigrants are in terror because we're going to follow the law and can't come into the country. So that's a nightmare. Second, Muslims and refugees are demonized and banned and cast out. No, that's not true. That's a lie fed from CNN and MSNBC and ABC and all the other filtered crap that they're getting. Nightmare, millions of children and elderly and poor are going to be denied health care, like Obamacare, because that's been so good for the dang country when everybody in the world got their medical expenses tripled and trebled and quadrupled. Yeah, let's just call that a nightmare. A nightmare, women are degraded. I don't know about you, but obviously I'm a woman. And I don't feel degraded at all by my president. In fact, I love the heck out of Donald Trump. So don't quite see that one. Moving on, the LGBTQ people stigmatized. Don't think he's done that. Another nightmare, Black and Latino people openly threatened by the president. Really? I mean, really? That's not the case either. Diamond and Silk support the president. Many other races, creed, colors, and nationalities support him, but apparently we have some kind of issue with that. People all over the world are facing bombings, occupations, war, and the threat of nuclear war because Donald Trump's America First finger on the nuclear trigger. Look, let's be frank. It's always been on the nuclear trigger for no matter who was in charge of the country. There's threat of nuclear war no matter what. I think the real thing that the thugs are afraid of is America First, putting America over globalization, and I'm all the heck for that. Go, Donald Trump. Do we call that a nightmare? Obviously, no, but they do. They twist everything. Moving on, the truth has become lies, critical thinking being destroyed in education. Donald Trump is destroying education, because they put globalism into our schools and they don't want to put Americanism into our schools. This is just making me sick to my stomach. It goes on, the whole planet is in peril from a regime that denies global warming and shreds all environmental protections. Hallelujah. Thank you, Donald Trump, for getting the world out of the grasp of Agenda 21 and not bending over backwards and putting our rear ends to the UN and letting them just screw us over into this United Nations New World Order Agenda 21 falsified agenda of global warming. Hallelujah, hallelujah. But obviously the enemy sees that as a bad thing. I see that as a hallelujah. And their last nightmare here, the regime step by step disregarding basic democratic rights, targeting group after group. It's so hard. A regime unleashing the violence of fascist thugs. Yet we're called fascists. Donald Trump is called a fascist, yet they're the ones out in the streets covering their faces, throwing up pee and urine and poop-filled bags, hitting people, causing nightmares, rioting, burning streets, and stealing things. Really, 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 who's on the right side here? I think I know what side I stand on. It's obviously not their side. But here's the good news. Screw Antifa. Screw anyone who is attempting to do that to our country. It is very bad stuff that they do. Here's the good news. There is now a petition going to the White House to classify them as a terrorist organization. Check out this report from www.infowars.com titled Petition to Declare Antifa a Terrorist Organization nears 150,000 signatures. I believe after sharing this video, we could at least double that if you share it far and wide. This Antifa organization needs to be labeled because they're doing terrorist-style activities, and they're attacking not only the President of the United States, but they're attacking anyone who is in opposition to the rule and violently doing so. Now, I'll leave a link below for that petition so you can sign it as well. But anyhow, I wanted to bring you that, obviously the bad news. Then the good news is that there is a petition available. Now, if you've not checked out my partners here at TradeGeniusAcademy.com, please make sure you check it out. He's got all kinds of amazing training on how to work the stock market, how to work it when we're in an economic instability, unstable area that we're in right now, how to work with cryptocurrency, Bitcoins, and all of that as well. So make sure you go to Trade Genius Academy, let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven, and enter the code Make Money to get 50% off. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning into my channel. Love you guys. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.